Hey guys, it's Jay and JP. What's going on, JP?
What's up, dude? What's up?
Not much, brother. Not much. Oh my goodness. I love that intro, bro. That intro still gets me
Yes,
so
sir.
pumped. No matter what we're doing, that thing is so rad, man. That thing is amazing.
Absolutely, bro.
So JP, man, it's been a while. It's been like I know it's only been a week, but feels like forever, doesn't it, JP? Like things just go by so quickly in the Thundercats world. It's just absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother? Everything good?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm here just, um, just playing catch up on things. I had to cancel my trip to New Jersey due to some health concerns and stuff. I just stayed home with the family and just catching up on all the Thundercats stuff, man. It's been like nonstop Thundercats news and releases and all sorts of stuff. So it's a really exciting time to be Thundercats fan, man.
Absolutely, a lot of Master Universe Cross Thundercats, some brand new news from Super 7, and some custom news on your end. It's absolutely freaking bonkers right now. Everything is coming full circle with Thundercats and Master Universe, and it is literally a great time to be a fan of both properties. I'm absolutely over the moon about what's actually been happening with both of the properties. Last week we talked a little bit about the Wave. I think 3 for Master Universe Cross Thundercats, which it's a little. I think you and I both agreed it's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Could have been better. Could have been better. And I am really hoping that they rebound on Wave 4. I'm hoping to see some mutants. You know what I mean? I'm hoping to see more villains because we have up until now we only have 2 villains in the entire line. This is kind of 3. I guess you could say it's 3. Technically, right? Because there's Skel-Ra, there's Mumm-Ra, and then there's Panther Man now, right?
Yeah.
So technically that's 3. So you'd have to buy 2. You would technically have to buy 2 Skel-Ras in order to actually see both of them together, right?
Yeah.
That would be the only caveat there. That's a rough thing to do for any collector, but it is what it is, right? So, but still, very excited that the line is continuing. Hopefully, we're going to get. I'm still hoping. I'm holding out hope, JP. I'm holding out hope for a Thunder Tank. I would love to see a Thunder Tank. Oh my god, that would be crazy. Or a Feliner, or well, actually, in the mini comics, it was not the Feliner. It was something else completely, right? It was what was it? The Thunderpaw, or what was it in the mini comics? We actually did a whole review of it. Yeah,
I think. Let me see. I have issue 2 here on hand, but I think it wasn't it the one that this dude is making a custom of?
Yeah, I think it was. It was the Thunderclaw, right? Wasn't it? Or was?
I think it's I think it was the Thunderclaw.
Yeah, I think it was the Thunderclaw. And it looked amazing, right? And I'm hoping it doesn't have to be 6 inches. Like these are 5.5 inches, so it can definitely be a smaller vehicle. But I would love to see a Thunder Tank. I think that would be absolutely crazy. And one thing that we have to see, which you have a little bit of of something to show us later. I would love to see Mumm-Ra's tomb as a playset. I think it would be really cool if they had a transformation chamber. I think that would be freaking amazing. I think
man. Awesome. It's about time for a villain something, because I mean we got the Sky Cutter that's coming out, but there's really nothing else for the villains. We got a Thunder Tank for the good guys, we got their massive Cat Slayer, but we don't have anything for the bad guys. So it's about time.
It's pretty crazy. And last week we actually got to catch up with a wonderful customizer.
Frag,
and he actually showed us a lot of his amazing work and a lot of the stuff that he does for both sides of the Thundercats. So it was really fun to actually catch up with him. But we have a lot of news to catch up with today, JP. So let's just dive right into it. Before we get to that though, let's say hi to everybody who's in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We are the Thundercats Lair, and the secrets of the Thundercats are going to be displayed here every week. We do live streams, and of course I split those up into episodes. So, guys, we hope to see you guys. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Thundercats Lair. We hope to see you guys there. And for everybody who's tuning in from Instagram, welcome. JP, if you'd like to welcome everybody from your Instagram channel.
Bienvenidos a todos a nivel mundial. Esto es un estreno por internet, por YouTube, en vivo de Thundercats. Y aquí hablamos español. Yo soy latino. Mega J es de Canadá. Él es filipino. Y aquí son bienvenidos todas las culturas, todos los lenguajes. Bienvenidos. Así que compartan la información, déjenle saber a sus amistades que se suscriban al canal de The Thundercats Lair aquí en YouTube para que puedan compartir con nosotros en nuestros en vivos que estrenan todos los fines de semana, los sábados o los domingos. Muchas gracias. Yeah, so thank you for worldwide. That's a worldwide thank you to everybody in Spanish because we do have a wide, vast amount of followers from other countries that are not English speaking, are Argentinians, Chileans, Colombians, Spanish. I mean, there's people from all over the world that are huge fans of Thundercats, including, I wanted to mention, I just spoke recently to Peter. I give you his last name and I can't remember right now, but I spoke to Peter Lawrence, one of the writers for the original Thundercats animated series. And it was awesome because I was talking to him and he's actually living in Colombia now. So
wow,
Peter's from Africa, just like Eggman. He was born and raised in Africa, British parents, and he's living in Colombia now, but he worked with Jules Bass on the Thundercats animated series. So it was really exciting to talk to him about that. And we're going to have him on a future episode. He's really excited to join in with us and talk shop about, his memories working on the IP back in the 80s.
That's incredible. Holy crap. There are a couple of other writers on the Thundercats who worked actually on script writing and such, and it'll be great to actually get a whole bunch of these guys and talk to them as well. So absolutely. that's an amazing opportunity that we have, and of course we're hoping to get Brian of Super 7 on at some point, to talk a little bit more about the Thundercats upcoming waves, as well as some of the new rumors that have been coming around. And just to confirm, how far, like what's going on with Tiger Charts, what's going on with Silverhawks, all these brand new Rankin and Bass properties, which we really need to take a look at carefully and find out exactly what we're doing with what he's still doing with the property, which would be great. Although news is coming really slowly, we also have to find out details about what's actually happening with this new wave of Thundercats, which is just coming in, because it's a mystery about the third character. I
have a feeling it's the leaked figure. It's just funny because Brian mentioned that was all going to get shuffled around, and then here we got Red Eye and we got Coronation Lion-O. So I'm pretty sure Mumm-Ra is the third character, unless Brian pulls an ace out of his sleeve and surprises us all. But who knows? I think the pre-order is going to drop on Monday. It feels that way because they teased the two figures on Thursday. Nothing was on Friday, and then I think the pre-order drops Monday.
I'm very much along with that concept. I think that yes, we're definitely going to see a figure or two. We're going to go in deep with that in particular. But for now, let's actually say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here tonight. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys. Jordan from Canada, Thundercats, ho! Paul Morales is in the house. What's going on, dude? Jordan from Canada, yes, he's in the house. Cheers, Paul Morales. What an amazing week in toys. Hope you enjoy. Yes, we are all enjoying the great bounty that has come from toys. Dave's Dimensions in the house. What's going on, Dave? Look at all those cool
What's
cats.
up, Dave?
Yes, absolutely. Jordan from Canada. Cheers, JP and Mega J. Always thank you for all the Thundercats goodness. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Thank you, Jordan.
watching. Frankie Rivera, Thundercats. Oh, yes.
Frankie, what's up, buddy?
And Frankie helped us to get over a massive hump, which we're going to talk about in a little while, guys. But huge shout out to everybody who supported MOTUNIVERSE. It's massive.
Yes.
Mario Bastianini, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. How are you
What's up,
doing?
Mario?
Frankie, I just received my Thundercats Omnibus from the Kickstarter in the mail. Nice. That thing is massive. It's heavy. It is a wonderful companion for anybody who's a fan of Thundercats. Snell's World, Jay, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Snell? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here tonight. Reactor, real collector. Hello, you royal boo. Hello, you royal boobs. Good to see you, Skeletor. Nicholas Scora, what's going on, brother? Always happy to be here, guys. Wonderful to see you, Nicholas. Thank you so much for joining us.
What's going on?
There's mention. Fandom transcends all countries and languages. We hear the magic. We hear the roar. The Thundercats fans are loose.
Yes, baby.
That's right. That's right. Alejandro Valdez, Jay, I'm back home from the hospital, dude. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well. Thank you thank you for keeping us updated. Great to be watching again. Thank you for your kind words and your support. You are a blessing, brother. Thank you so much for always being there, for always supporting the channels. We appreciate you, bro. And
thank you,
please, men, get I know you're on the mend, so get brother. We're always here for you, man. Real for skeleton, real for real collector. Silverhawks 2, wondering if they'll be releasing the toy version of the Copper Kid. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% certain. They're going to finish their Chrome line, right, JP? I'm pretty sure they're going to finish that one out.
Yeah, definitely. It's a must,
Absolutely. Bob Morales, Dave's Dimension, Frank Rivera. Hello to everybody. King Panther, Mr. J. I'm here, brother. Good to see you, Noel. Long time since we see Noel in the chat, but good to see you, bro. Jordan from Canada. I must say, what a beautiful thumbnail, by the way. I love it, dude. You know what? Guess who drew that incredible thumbnail? And that's not just an incredible thumbnail. That will be a wonderful T-shirt available for purchase at MOTUNIVERSE, and you can thank this guy right here for that incredible work, dude. It's incredible. It is amazing. It truly is. We're gonna talk to the great JP about how he came up with that and what it means for the show. Days to mention. Hey, Paul, what's going on, guys? Dad's bedtime stories. Hail, everyone. It'd be nice to see. It would be nice if it wasn't just Origins. Too bad. Oh, wait, they're not getting those anymore. Oh man. Hopefully, we will get Too Bad before it's over. Skeletor, when will you be interviewing Brian Flynn? We're working on it. We are working on it. Scheduling is a very difficult thing with everybody. Everybody's busy, so we are working on it, brother. Frankie Rivera. Paul Morales, what's going on, dude? And MOTU Comic is in the house.
What's up, Miguel?
Hey, what's going on, Miguel? Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you. John Brooks, all the way from Ireland. Speaking of international, what's going on, dude? How you doing, brother? Formerly from the Philippines, now in Ireland, back home in Ireland. Good to see you, John. Thanks for joining. So guys, thank you again for hanging out with us. It's always great to see all of you guys. And Miguel. Hi, guys. Good to see you, Miguel. Thank you so much for being here, brother.
What's up, buddy?
Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the world of Thundercats. So, guys, if we head over to Thundercats Lair on Instagram, Thundercats Classics on Instagram, guys, Thundercats Classic is your one-stop shop for everything Thundercats. Why is it there? That's not what I want. Thundercats Classics. There we go. And of course, huge shout out once again goes to JP as always. I mean, come on, the man is literally making things happen. Why does it always do that? I don't like this new version of StreamYard. Thundercats Classics, 104,000 subscribers. Once again, congratulations, JP. Absolutely bonkers. You deserve every one of those supporters.
Thank you to the fans. That's all I can say is thank you for the fans.
Yeah. The fans are what make this happen, what make this possible. Congratulations, JP. All right, guys. So we got some really cool stuff. We had a direct comparison, if you haven't seen it already, between the first Lion-O and the second Lion-O. by JP here on Thundercats Classics. I don't know what happened there. That's weird. And there we go. This is the brand new in hand Lion-O. And you did an entire live stream on this one, didn't you, JP?
I did, yeah. That's just a quick reel.
Yep.
I did an actual review of it, and let me tell you, it's a very nice upgrade. Whether you already have the Lion-O 1.0, just getting into this line, it's a definite must-have because you've got the pinless body, which moves very well. The articulation is great. The paint apps are matte, so if you're not a fan of those shiny looking toys, the first iteration of Lion-O, the one we got from Mattel, had a very shiny plastic finish. This is very matte, very flat, which looks a lot more akin to the animation look from Rankin Bass. And I've never been a fan of the snarling face expression, but the golden metallic claw shields, the swords are redecoed. They're a lot better looking. The actual blade of the sword is a lot shinier. It looks a lot more metallic in comparison to other Sword of Omens that have been included with Lion-O. And yeah, overall, I think he's a great upgrade. And I guess we could coin him as officially, I guess, as 3.0 because the DX and the LED versions are a completely different figure altogether. It's more like an animation 1.0. So I would say, what do you think, Jay? 3.0, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can always go back and say that Hook Mountain Lion-O was another version, right? So there's the Matty Collector version, which technically was released twice, right? One in Matty Collector, the other one with Super 7.
Right.
Then, like we said, there was the what the heck? Who's calling me? What is going on here? Guys, I'm just gonna you can call, but I don't know where it's coming from.
On your computer?
It is, but I don't know who's. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know who's calling. That's so weird. Hold on for a second. Okay, thankfully it stopped. Who the heck was calling?
They didn't know you were streaming.
Not only that, I think it was a pocket dial. I'm hoping it was a pocket dial because that was just dumb. I don't know why anybody would be calling. Okay, I do know. Hold on for a second. Actually, hold on. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, so definitely 3.0, and as you can see here, he definitely is more matte, 100%. I mean, like even with these quick flat. Do you have them handy by any chance, JP?
I don't have that one. I have the toy version DX on hand. I got this one.
Okay.
Because I do most of my stuff work when I'm looking doing reviews, and my cat slayer is there and all that. So I just brought the toy version Lion-O since it's the most recent pickup to kind of talk about him a little bit.
All right, no worries. But that's actually, so that was a quick recap about what JP was doing for on live on Thundercats Classics. And for everybody who's watching Thundercats Classics right now, thank you again. If you're interested in what we're doing right now, we're actually live on YouTube, and we hope to make this YouTube channel Thundercats Lair the stop on YouTube for everybody to be able to join and have fun here on YouTube. Now, for something a little bit different, JP, you picked this guy up, and I think you wanted to give us a little bit of background as to what your thoughts are on the LJN style Lion-O. Why don't you? Do you have them handy? Or are we going to take a quick look?
Yeah. So I have. Jokingly, I'll call him Ronald McLion-O. I have him in hand here, and look. I gotta say, honestly, when you look at it, you play with it, it's a great figure. Okay, it looks really nice. It captures the essence and the aesthetic of what Super 7 was trying to achieve, which was a second run while still keeping the original toy version what it was and making it unique in its own way. They basically reused the Rankin Bass body, but then recolored it in the LJN colors. We got a brand new vintage style claw shield right here. So, that's a brand new sculpt. Obviously, the head is a completely different head sculpt to pay homage to the original LJN Lion-O head. And I gotta say, the only thing that I have an issue with this figure is the contrast between the lighter tones and the darker tones on the head. I think that if the cream color would have blended like smooth, more smooth into the orange, where it wasn't so blatantly bold like that, it would look a little better, a little more subtle. But because of the way it's such a deep orange and then it's such a light kind of cream color, it almost looks like clown paint, So if you look at the face, it looks like it's kind of like clown paint, But if you look at it from a distance, it's not a horrible figure. It's really nice. It moves really well. The articulation works. It has the LJN style retro looking paint deco on the claw shield. Retro claw shield, just like the LJN toy. And the ugly logo from LJN. So the emblem is done where it's not very similar to the original logo from the Thundercats, and that's how the toy was back in the day. So, kudos to Super 7, because overall I think it's a great figure. For the cost, it's a must-have. $35, and if you missed out on the first toyetic version of Lion-O, which obviously I think it's a far superior figure, this is definitely a must-have. I didn't open the toyetic one because I only managed to get one. So it's awesome that they, gave us a second opportunity to get a toy version Lion-O for a cheaper cost, because the toy version one I think is going for like $100 now. So I decided to, unless I manage to get another one at a lower price, for now he's going to be staying in box, and I got this one to rock out and pay the homage to the original toy line. Did you pick up one of these?
He's going for $100.
The toyetic Ultimates one.
Oh,
not this one.
Yeah,
the first run with the 1.0 body.
Yeah,
I've seen it go up there, like not 100 like standard, but it's definitely like in the 70s, 80s range, because it's sold out at Big Bad Toy Store. I don't think it's available anywhere at retail cost. I mean, when that came out, I think it was still in that $55 range, but they're long gone now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's too bad, because honestly, it's funny. You called it the Ronald McDonald, Lion-O, right? Ronald Lion-O. But the original LJN color style for the Ultimates looked pretty good. You know what I mean? It was a much better execution in some ways. But yeah. But anyone who has it, if it's $100 holy crap, that's insane. That's nuts. Jason Rogos, are we getting this crossover? We already have this crossover. This crossover right now is MOTU, Master of the Universe Origins cross Thundercats. So it's actually already happening. And you can actually, JP, do you have Lion-O handy for the MOTU X Thundercats?
Nope, I don't. I don't have.
All
yeah, it's unfortunately where I stream, guys. I'm at home, and almost all my Thundercats stuff is at the office at work. So we have to like plan these things ahead so I can bring the toys. You don't have anything on hand with you?
No, enough. I haven't been able to get any of the Thundercats across MOTU, so that's the only problem. So hopefully we'll be able to get more of them. But anyway, they are readily available right now, Jason. You can pick them up at Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. So it's not hard to get those Thundercats crossovers. Yo, Josie, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Bro man, GI Bro, what's going on, bro man? Always good to see bro man. Ahoy hoy! Oh, good to see you, brother. The Fear TV. Demelo, Mega J, good to see you, brother. How are you doing tonight? Let's see, Motu Comic, my friend the Fear. And what does that say? JP.
Let me see. It says reissue.
No, right on the screen. Look at the screen.
Aquí viendo el Lion-O mejorado. Oh, he says that he feels the Lion-O is he looks a lot better, the modern one. I think he's talking about the 3.0.
Gotcha. Frank Rivera. It's marked in BBTS that it's the third version, which makes sense. Okay, there you go. So it's actually official, at least by Big Bad Toy Stores standards. The Fear TV. Dimelo Motu Comic Activo is lit. That's nice. And he says, I need reissue Thundercats vintage toys, LJN. Yeah, you know what? That's actually something that Motu Comic has been pushing us to talk about. That maybe they should just reissue the original toys. So you know what? We're gonna talk about that for sure. We'll talk about that right after we finish reading out some comments here. Skeletor, this is the new iteration. It's the best looking for sure, but I feel the head had more detail on the original release. Yeah, this is not untrue.
Is he talking about the toy version, or is he talking about 3.0?
I think he means like the LJN color version for Ultimates versus the LJN color version for DX. I think.
Yeah,
which is not true. Which is true actually, which is very
not
true.
Untrue.
Yeah. Yojo C, I got the super toy version. Motu Comic reissue the Thundercats now. So fun fact about that. We're gonna get to that in a second because Motu Comic has a point, and I'm gonna bring something up really quick because there is a possibility of something like that happening, and I'll explain myself. So hold on for a second. Let me just really quickly. I think it's on Toy Habits. They might have it. Hold on for a second. I just want to see if they actually did it. Where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up as well. And damn it, they didn't do it. Hold on for a second. Let me do a really quick search.
So anybody that's watching this live stream right now on Instagram, guys, we want to get the fun going here on YouTube. So I just posted the link to our YouTube channel. So if you go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and leave a green check mark on my Instagram live screen on the chats. If you subscribe, go ahead and put a check mark, green check mark. I want to see how many green check marks we can get on here.
That'll be freaking awesome. Yeah, so here we go. Hold on for a second. There it is. I found it. Sort of found it. What the heck? There it is. Seriously? Come on. There we go. I found it. Okay, cool. All right. So, where's the last one? Frankie Rivera. That old toy variant is on the version 3 body. It's pinless. Yes, that's right. That's true.
Thank you, Thundercats Toy Guy. Thundercats Toy Guy just subscribed.
Yeah. 2 of the first toy versions. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And Ultramag. I hope 7S. Sorry. So I hope Super 7 fixes the Condor's antenna. It's supposed to be point straight up, not forward like a mic. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So cool. Hopefully that definitely will be interesting. So let's talk a little bit about what Motu Comic has been wishing for and dreaming for. So the original Thundercats obviously had a very unique style. They are very near and dear to everybody's heart. Let me bring up one of them right now. LJN Thundercats. So as everybody can remember, Thundercats had a great run back in the day. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, let's go to this one. So okay, here we go. So check this out, everybody. Heading over to our good friends over at Action Figure 411. They are a wonderful archive for action figures and price guide. If you guys are ever interested in what the original toys and or toys that you're collecting right now are going for price wise as well as collection wise, give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Thundercats Lair sent you. So, guys, if you recall from way back in the day, this is what the original Thundercats used to look like on these classic cards. It's funny because when you really look at these, they're not very well designed in their overall, backing card design. It literally is just a black background, all the features written out, and it wasn't really engaging in my thing. But as a kid, you didn't care about any of that. All you cared about was the Thundercats logo and the figure itself. And that's really what I cared about whenever I walked into like a Bargain Heralds or a Wilco or any of these huge department stores that I used to go to just to try and get one of these guys. And it was always great. And it had variants too, right? Because originally, Chitara actually came with Wily Kit, and Tigra actually came with Wily Cat, right? But later on, they separated them into different different packouts. So it's always fun. Like this is, like, for example, here is the Chitara and the Wily Kit. What are your thoughts, though, JP? Could any company, really, even Super 7, for example, could any company actually get away with reissuing exactly the same Thundercats in the exact same packaging with the exact same gimmicks? And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that, because it's sort of already happening, and I'm gonna explain that. But what are your thoughts? A company could actually bring out these exact same toys exactly the way they are with the exact packaging, as close to it anyway as possible. What are your thoughts?
So, I talked to Miguel about this at length, and for me personally, I love and appreciate the vintage Thundercats toy line for what it was. Okay. But as a modern collector with modern sensibilities, I don't want a complete replication of what I had as a child. What I would appreciate, however, is a complete replication blister card art, front and back, with a modern figure, modern sensibilities in terms of our accessories and detail, but with the classic aesthetic. So actually, Miguel did a mock-up of what a Lion-O would look like with those kind of aesthetics, and it looks really cool. We had talked about possibly doing this in a future episode, but if we want to do it now, I can show you. Actually, if you go to MOTU Comics Instagram page, you can see the mock-up that he did, and he got quite a response from that, because it looks really cool. It's like a vintage LJN card, but then it has a very vintage looking Lion-O, but he has modern articulation. So it's not like what Super 7's done. It's a little more akin to LJN in the terms of the silhouette of the figure overall and the body style of the figure overall, but with modern sensibilities when it comes to the engineering and the articulation. So if you go to I'm not sure if I shared it on my page, but if you go to MOTU Comic, you can see.
I thought you did. I thought you did share it on your page. There was something.
I may have. Oh, you know what it is? Probably it's not directly on my page. It's probably on the reshare. So if you scroll
was it
up,
on the reshare?
Yeah, I think it's on the reshare stream.
Yeah. So if we go to, was it here? Where's the reshare stream?
Actually, I think I'm the only one that can see that. Let me see if I can find it here.
You should be able to see. We should be able to see it. Reshare does a.
Let me see.
I would imagine it would be right here somewhere. But I do remember what you're talking about for sure. But anyway, let's go to MOTU Classic.
Here it is. So I'm going to. Let me send it to you really quick.
Hold on. I'm going to MOTU Comic right now. All right. So here's MOTU Comic. And there it is. Yeah, there it is. I see it.
Right there.
There it is.
So you could see that would be a complete hit, because, okay, it's not 100% a replication of the 80s toy, but you still get the ring, The light up feature will be probably different. The ring is just like a decoration kind of thing. Packaging is completely a replication of the original, which is amazing. And then he's got modern articulation. That it's like take my money right now. I would absolutely buy those figures. What about you, Jay?
I can definitely say in my own in my own opinion that yes, I would definitely be in on this 100%, and I would just leave it on card. Only because again, it just tugs at my nostalgia strings. Now, what would be really cool is if they do what Mattel has done for Master Universe and Flipboard has done for Flipboard and the Champions of Authority, where you could slip it off the back of the case, right? I think that would be absolutely incredible, and really, it would be a true collector's item at that point. You know what I mean? It would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things that I did want to mention, because when we're talking about these things, I mean, that is effectively what they're trying to do with these, right? This is
Somewhat.
effectively what they've tried to do, right? So you know, if you look at the original LJN that we were talking about just now, right? If we take a quick look at that, sorry, I'm gonna oops, hold on. If we take a quick look at this, right? So let's just zoom in on that. Hold on for a second. So if we take this, right, and we zoom in on Lion-O. This is what happens when you try to be clever here. Okay, so if you zoom in on Lion-O right there, right, that's what they're trying to do here, right? They're trying their best to replicate that concept, right? Yeah. But as you said, these are it's a good try, right? But it's not exactly there. It's not exactly 100% what we were expecting for the classic cards. You know, it doesn't have the real problem is they don't have action features, right? There's the problem. Because they don't have their action features, right? There's nothing to say on the side of the cards, right? And
right.
to make this even more of a product which you sell in stores, all the cards are the same, so they can just print one card. Even the back has no cross sell. You know what I mean? So that's the thing about this retail effort that Super 7 has been trying to do. These are budget friendly action figures, right?
Right.
That's really what this boils down to. These are budget friendly action figures right here, right? They are $35. They have $35 each. They're meant to be in stores. They're meant to be at Target, Walmart. You know, so far Target's really the only one who's actually been holding on to them at length, right? But that's the whole point. They're supposed to tug at the nostalgia strings of people going into a store and picking one of these up because they remember it, right? And then we have to look at price points, right? I think that's really what it boils down to, because then you have you know your light up Lion-O, which is a completely different experience, right? I think that's the key here. This is supposed to be a different experience. It's a different price point entirely. You know, these are $35, right? These are $65, now approaching $70, right? Things are changing always at a constant basis, right? It's pretty crazy. This has very little accessories compared to this, right? Because when you look at this, right, and this is a special edition because it actually has the slipcover again, right? That's another unique thing, because all Super 7 Ultimates figures have now gone out without their slip covers.
No more sleeve. Yeah.
Now Lionel's not even in here. He's not even in here actually. But how many heads do we have? We have 2 heads, right? Both light up.
Yeah.
We have sword, hands, a whole set of hands, claw shields, right?
New artifact.
New art, everything, right? So again, it's a different experience entirely, right? It's I know what Miguel's asking, and I would love to do that. Here is so now check this out though, because I think this is just gonna upset Miguel 100%, unfortunately. So a company is actually doing it. I think it's Mattel. Mattel is actually bringing back the LJN figures 100%. Check this out, JP. This is where things get kind of freaky. And again, I think Miguel is. I'm just going to upset Miguel right here. Okay,
You're talking about the wrestlers? Is that what you're talking
dude.
about?
A huge shout out to our good friends toyhabits.com because they covered this in great detail. They are. And I was on a live stream the other day with them, and yeah, they showed off the WWE superstars from Mattel. And this isn't even a joke. This is literally LJN.
Yeah.
This is literally LJN. Okay.
I think that's the main reason why Miguel is so hard on with this subject because of this. Because he's like, if Mattel is bringing out the WWF superstars, why the hell can't we get reproductions of the LJN Thundercats? And that's the $1 million question. But my thing is, I talked to Brian Flynn about this before, even before there was any sign of there being a deluxe line or anything like that. And I told him, is there any chance that you could do, like when he did the first wave of the toyetic ones, if you could do them on a blister card that's Aiken, the 1980s LJN figures. And he said that it was a cool idea. I don't remember verbatim the response, but I think he mentioned something about costing because the cards would be wider and they would have to be a harder stock. Because if you look at like the vintage cards for Hasbro, all those figures are like a very thick stock cardboard. So, all these things considered with tariffs and all this crap that's going on, those are things that I guess companies have to look at and they have to tread lightly when they consider these type of things. And the truth of the matter is, as much as I love Thundercats, right? We have so many Lion-Os and so many, Thundercats figures in general. We have Lion-Os is like pretty much the most reproduced figure. We got Hook Mountain, Mirror Lion-O. We've got LED Lights Lion-O, DX Lion-O. I mean, there's so many Lion-Os that for there to be another Lion-O, I think people are just kind of, yeah, we love Lion-O, but people are going to be like, come on, how many Lion-Os can we actually get? And let's be frank, the only thing they could do to make this truly, truly unique is a completely new mold. It would have to be a more vintage silhouette, a completely different type of body structure. And I don't know if as a company, Super 7 is ready to make that budgetary commitment,
It is definitely, that seems to be the biggest problem because here's the difference, and I'm speaking directly to Miguel and anybody who's been asking these questions. Here's the difference with this release, okay? This release is simple. This is probably the most simple release that the re-release that Mattel has ever done in recent years. Why? Because there's literally no the tooling on this is so simple and so easy. This is literally just a single injection mold. This is not even, there are no moving parts. This doesn't even have a wire frame. This thing is literally just a chunk of plastic. I don't know if you guys ever had the WWE LJN figures. Yeah, me too. I still have my Hogan. My Hogan is over here somewhere. I'm gonna have to dig him out. But this is pretty much exactly the way he looked. The card is the same. The only difference is they try to make a collectible idea, because you can see here that he's actually glued inside the card instead of on top of the card. Right? They've got a cutout there. So this one is very unique in terms of its overall collectability. Right? But the backing card art is exactly the same. 100% exactly the same. Right? The even the way the poster, there's a poster inside. They actually recreated the entire thing from scratch. This is crazy. Okay, but make no mistake, they had to actually create brand new molds for these. Are not the original molds from back in the day. Those are long gone, right? And you can tell because this figure still does not exactly look 100% like Hulk Hogan. You know what? I'm gonna give me 1 second. I'm thinking about whether or not I have it handy. I'm pretty sure I have it around here somewhere, but let's just keep looking at this for now. That belt, it's very much the same the way it looked. Everything they've tried painstakingly to recreate this version of Hulk Hogan, right? But you cannot do the same. You cannot do the same thing with Thundercats. It's impossible. We already know that toy companies are not very interested in recreating action figure action figures, like the actual action feature. They're not because it costs a lot more money. It costs a lot more money in tooling. It costs a lot more money in labor. They don't like doing it, right? But I have another example of a company that's actually done the complete opposite, which is absolutely incredible. So, yeah, man, this is one of those times where a company's actually listened to the fans and said, "Holy crap, why not bring these out for the anniversary or whatever this was?" I'm not even sure if it was anniversary or not, but they actually did it, and obviously there is a market for it. You know what I mean, JP? There's definitely a market for it. And these are right now available on Target right now. You can actually pre-order them. Actually, no, they're out of stock, which sucks. But yeah, it basically head over to your local Target. Sometimes you get lucky. Michael and Toy Sorceress were able to find a whole bunch, but they quickly ran out very, very quickly. $24.99 for these. Wow, that is for a chunk of plastic. That is a lot, man.
Those are big boys. Big boys.
They are big. They are very, very big. But what are your thoughts on this particular release, though, JP? What are your thoughts on? Are you interested?
I'm not really interested in them. I mean, I had a few wrestlers back in the day. I've never been like a big wrestling or sports aficionado type collector, but I appreciate them for what they are. But what you said is like it's completely 100% true. This is one solid piece of sculpted rubber with paint applications on it. This is probably costs a fraction of what an action figure costs to produce. So, Thundercats figures in the 80s were not like a solid rubber figure. They were, the only things that come to mind with like that were similar to those were the mini figures, which had no articulation. They could reproduce that kind of stuff. But is there really a market for that? Would people really want those to get redone? But yeah, I think I don't know. It's a great topic to discuss and to show the mock-ups to Brian when we get to talk to him, and kind of like get his take on how realistic of an expectation this could be for it to happen in a future. You know what I mean? Because there is definitely a lot of love for Thundercats. I'm sure that Miguel's idea is awesome, but when it comes to the business aspect of it, how realistic is it that a company is going to go ahead and do those figures in that way? Those are your originals?
100%. Yeah, I can't believe it. I actually did find them. I was like, wait a second, I got him around here somewhere. But yeah, I mean, look, there he is. Right? See, so this is again one of those examples where wow, they actually went ahead and did it. But you can definitely see it's not the exact same figure. You know what I mean?
No.
They're definitely 100% big differences. But they've done whatever they could to actually make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's actually pretty amazing how far they've come. And there it is, LJN, Titan Sports, right? 1984. What does it say there?
Oh, blurry.
Yeah, it's because I'm in the shot. What does it say? 1984 LJN. Yeah. Right. We got Nikolai Volkov. And I even
now
got
what could be done is like, and this is something that, in terms of timing, I mean, Super 7 completely missed the ball. Because Jay, did you see anything big as far as Thundercats other than what they usually release on a yearly basis to specifically commemorate the 40th anniversary of Thundercats? I didn't see anything special. I didn't see anything that was like, wow, this is awesome. Like they could have done, like an Exodus pack, or they could have done something like a Lion-O versus Mumm-Ra 2 pack with some like amazing type of fold out cardboard diorama background or something. They didn't do anything to celebrate the 40th anniversary. And Miguel's idea would have been a great idea. They could have done something where they could have done like 40th anniversary blister card vintage LJN re-release figures. And it would have been, it could have been like the Lion-O 3.0. That would have been a great opportunity to bring them out, but with that new blister card with the LJN, aesthetic. But I think that was like a big missed opportunity, man. Like 40th anniversary happened, and you didn't hear a peep from Super 7. They didn't even post anything on social media. So it's kind of weird, Like even they would have done like a Comic-Con pop-up, man, for Thundercats on their 40th.
So Super 7 is a very odd place right now. We already know this. At the beginning of 2024, at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, they put out a press release saying that they were just infused with, I think it was a $3 million investment from an investments company, right? The timing was very strange, right? They got an infusion of cash, but 2023 ended and then 2024 started, and it was not the year any toy company was expecting, right? Everything sort of went topsy-turvy. And unfortunately, because of the way the whole system just basically turned on its head, right? Tariffs and everything that happened in 2024, leading into 2025, they had to restructure Super 7, right? And I think that that's really what happened. I think that in 2024, they were more concerned with what to do with the business proper and then they just lost sight of the idea that there was an anniversary for Thundercats, because it should have been 2025. 2025 should definitely be what should have definitely been the year of the Thundercats. I mean, that's actually the way it should have been, but it was a complete missed opportunity, right? Shiro is very much in the same boat, right? Shiro also sort of didn't have a birthday party. You know what I mean? It was more of a last minute thing. They scrambled to get something together, Mattel, right?
But at least they did something. You know what I'm saying?
At least they finally did it, right? Now Super 7 did actually end up doing some sort of announcements, but they were very small. You know what I mean? There was no figure. There's no anniversary figure. This would have been a great time for Coronation Lion-O, right? You and I talked about that. You and I talked about how Coronation Lion-O should have been the 40th anniversary release for Lion-O, right? I think that was the biggest missed opportunity that they had, right? And I think that at the time we were saying that the Thundercats lair showing up at our doors, I think that was the biggest celebration we had for the 40th. You know what I mean? That type of idea, right? Coming in the beginning of the year, right? So it was unfortunate. It really was. But as I said, they had more pressing things to concern themselves. Diamond distribution, all these other things. Like, companies were just going through so much hell last year, right? And this year as well. So it's been a crazy time for that. Now, the one other thing that I did want to say, which again flies in the face of everything I just said, this is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. And I'll be the first one to say, yeah, like, I don't even know how to explain this, but it did happen. And I think
Bienvenido, Miguel Maldonado. Gracias. Saludos.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Miguel, of course. Maldonado. But this is the one where you really do scratch your head, but then at the same time, it is one of those things you're like, wow, I can't believe they freaking did it. One toy company that literally, and we're saying this right now, literally went right back to the well, 100%, and gave us the toys 1-to-1, exactly the way they were back in 1985, at least as close as they could. Brother, Mask is back. And we have them in hand here. These are 2025 Mask figures, and these are exactly the way they were in 1995. This is crazy. Sorry, in 1985.
Wow, it even says Kenner on the freaking box.
Yeah, it says Kenner right there on the freaking box, dude. Brother, this is Condor. This is the smallest offering. Okay, this is the smallest offering, and then you have the biggest offering. I'm gonna have to zoom out for this. Then you have the biggest offering, which is Rhino. Rhino was freaking gigantic.
Yeah.
Right? And it's exactly the same.
You have dual branding. So you have Loyal Subjects logo.
Dude,
and they still
preserve
the Kenner.
It's triple branding. Look at this, okay?
Yeah, you have Mask.
You have watch this. You have Kenner. I'm talking about like just brands. You have Kenner, right? Kenner branding. Then you flip it over, right? And you have Loyal Subjects. Best Action. Yeah. Okay, and then you have Hasbro. Like, I don't know how many more logos you can put on this thing. This thing is ridiculous, right?
That's bonkers.
But I'm already reviewing these now, and I can't believe just how accurate they are to the original toys. It is ridiculous. And again, the original molds, they don't keep molds for 40 years. They had to remake these things from scratch.
Yeah.
This is nuts. And what really kills you, JP, is that they have all of their action features. That is something I just did not expect. I did not expect them to keep the features. I was shocked. This thing has like so many moving parts. It has spring-loaded action. It's crazy. It is crazy. But
I think that's what that toy line was all about. It was the action features, the transformation of the vehicles. So if they didn't preserve those things, there was no point in really bringing them back out.
100%. 100%. Yeah. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it is.
But you see the difference there, Jimmy, is that they came out of the gate with a complete replication versus if Loyal Subjects would have said, hey, guess what, guys? We're going to make Mask, but we're going to do it an updated version of Mask with bigger figures or, new things. And then after the fact, they said, oh, we're going to do a replication. Then it's already kind of like they missed that opportunity. So I feel like since Super 7 never took that opportunity to do a replication, and they've made such a vast toy collection, who's going to want to rebuy all these figures again? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing you got to consider.
It is really good.
You know,
it is really good.
And I mean, there are a lot of people. I, for example, would buy them, but how many Georges are there out there? How many JPs are there out there? They're going to buy every figure over again just because now it's got more of a vintage aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very complicated thing to calculate and figure out, and I think it would be a great discussion to have with Brian for sure.
100%. We are definitely in the age of possibilities, right? And I think that's really what it is. Each company right now is grasping for straws. I mean, I said it myself. It's insane to think that Hasbro is actually dishing out its licenses now, right? Whether it's to smaller companies like Best Action or larger competing companies like Mattel, they're actually, cooperating with each other. Hell has frozen over, JP. Hell has literally frozen over when big companies like these two, like huge rivals, are now actually trying to survive by joining forces. It's absolutely nuts. Let's take a couple comments that we have here. He-Man, what's going on, brother? JP and Mega J, always a pleasure to stop by and see people celebrating my good friend Lion-O. Thundercats Lair is becoming the show I hate to miss. Thank you, He-Man. Appreciate that, brother. Skeletor, Bargain Heralds. Yes, that was a Canadian staple. It's a Canadian store. So as soon as I said it, Skeletor knew what I was talking, because he's Canadian, apparently. Lion-O from Thundera, and now I cannot miss a show I cannot miss. The masses, just never forgetting. Congrats on 100,000 and beyond. The Thundercats offer you our sincere gratitude. Thank you, Lion-O.
Thank you, Lion-O.
Skeletor, they aren't the same rubber style though. They don't bounce. That was part of their feature. Yeah, they didn't use the same plastic, unfortunately. But the reason they didn't is because they would deteriorate over time. Mega J, you're amazing. I must say to JP for creating awareness and rallying the masses, for just never forgetting. Congrats on 100K and beyond. The Thundercats offer you our sincerest gratitude. I read that twice, actually. It's fine. MOTU Comic. Super 7 has done beautiful things, but I think Thundercats deserves a worthy reissue for collectors to honor their 40th anniversary for a franchise that is. We're all saying the same thing, really. We really are. Miguel Maldonado. We already said hi to Miguel. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Yojo C. Jay needs some shell. I know, right? I do actually have some shells. I'm slowly putting everything up.
Some curios, dude.
I got a bunch, bro. I gotta get everything organized. MOTU Comic is hitting below the belt right now. He's going crazy. Lion-O from Thundera. My apologies. The translation from Third Earth must have been strayed. Okay, easy though. And the Fear TV. You want to read that one, JP?
Yeah, mala mía. No te saludé. Necesitamos esas rendiciones. Algo así como lo hizo Origins. Yeah, so he's saying basically that it would be awesome to have some vintage renditions similar to what Origins did. I think what really makes Origins so special, for me at least, is the box art and the mini comics. It's I'm not such a fan of the figures themselves. I wasn't like, I'd rather have figures more like MOTU Classics or Thundercats Ultimates. But when you look at those cards, those blister cards, and the artwork on them, it's like, wow, it feels like you're picking this up in the 80s. You know what I mean? I think that's what really has made Origins so successful.
Yes, I agree too. I think that they did go again. They didn't go as deep as Mask, to 1-to-1. Not articulating this and that, right? Although they have really, although the 80th Mattel Anniversary Edition has released a very classic version of He-Man and Skeletor just now, right? But Origins gave it a new articulation, brand new, very similar packaging, but new artwork. It was a love letter to the fans, and you know what? It worked so well. People love Origins, and they really wanted to finish it. So it's great to see that happening. He-Man and Lion-O are having a bromance right now. They're going crazy with each other.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. And Skeletor, He-Man, you blonde-headed, muscle-bound buffoon! Skeletor is jealous and wants to get in on that.
We need Mumm-Ra to jump in here. Is there a Mumm-Ra? Someone has a Mumm-Ra handle.
Right? Don't get them started. It's a couple of guys who are just like, right? All right, getting back to it, JP. We got some teases. We got some crazy teases from Super 7. The eyes light up. Oh my god, that's crazy, dude! And this is Ultimates. This is not DX. So
no.
Super excited for a Red Eye. That's not much of a tease. He's actually right there, front and center. So very, very cool.
I'm calling it $89.99.
Are you serious? No fucking way. No, that
dude,
would be crazy.
He's a big bulky dude. Well,
he is.
How much was Crusher? Crusher was $69.99.
Yeah,
I believe.
I think they keep it around there. The light up feature we already like. Well, how much was this guy? How much was light up Lion-O?
LED Lion-O was $65.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be around that because he doesn't come with many accessories. This guy's going to come again. What did Red Eye have? He had a staff and he had a bunch of hands. I think that's probably what's going to be, right? So yeah. I think that they're probably just going to the light up eyes feature is what really makes him stand out. I think that's what's going to happen with light eyes. And then we've been waiting so long for this, JP, just so long. And I'm praying that it looks as good as this, a digital render, because it's been a hit and miss with Lion-O right now.
Yeah,
it has been a real hit and miss with Lion-O right now, right? So I'm hoping he looks as good as he does here. Like that is my Lion-O right there. That's the Lord of the Thundercats right there. That's freaking crazy. Finally, we're getting these two. What are your thoughts, JP? What are your thoughts about these? Because we already sort of, had an early tease. No, sorry, an early leak of this back. What was it like? Last year? Ago. Was it last year or a couple months ago?
It was a few months ago. I think it was like right before Comic-Con. It was probably like
right before ThunderCon. Right before Comic-Con, right?
Comic-Con, yeah. I think it was like in June that these leaked out. Some retailer overseas leaked out images of Wiz-Ra, Coronation Lion-O, and Red Eye. And, I'll be honest with you, man. If it is Wiz-Ra, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be, I'm happy with it. I really like Wiz-Ra. He's a cool character. It's a nice little departure from the normal Thundercats aesthetic, where it's not a mutant, it's not a Thundercat, it's not some sort of creature. It's an Egyptian pharaoh with powers, and I think that's pretty badass, man. I don't know. I'm excited about Coronation Lion-O, but the $1 million question is going to be: do you think he'll bring a fabric cape, and will it be wired?
That is a very good question. I mean,
or are we going to get just like a rubber cape or something like that?
Well, here's the thing on these on the leaked images that were found Gundamit.com, right? He seemed to have a cape, right?
Yeah.
Like those that was very interesting about this particular leak, right? That he seemed to have some sort of cape. I'm trying to find the actual leaked image. I think they took them down. If I'm
They
not
were
like,
very low res, so it was like you
really
could
low.
tell who they were, but they looked very very blurry. So
100%. I said the same thing on when they were leaked, but you could tell a few things. You know what I mean? So it was at the very least a good indication of what we were hoping to see at the time. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, it was definitely one of those things where um, we we're getting we're getting all these leaks. To be honest with you, these secrets are not easily hidden away anymore. You know what I mean? It's
no,
like everyone seems to be at some point wanting to leak these things out. It's pretty crazy. Um, but what are your thoughts about Wiz-Ra, and is he a good choice for this release? And why the secrecy though? Why is it? What are your thoughts
I
about
don't
why
know.
why would Brian say to something like that? You know what I mean?
I don't
Like
know,
it's just
dude. Like it's weird because I think he was talking to Veebs, which originally was from the Whoosh, and he told Veebs that that was in the final roster and that things were going to get shuffled around. But here we are, and we know there's Coronation Lion-O, and we know that there is a Red Eye. So I'm pretty sure Wizra is the third figure. You know, um, like I don't know. I don't expect it to be any kind of unexpected surprise.
But see
And
what I
yeah,
mean by
they did
see what I
show.
mean by the pack out, right?
Yeah,
The pack out is very minimal compared to other ultimates, right? Because I think that they're
right.
going to try and reduce the cost. He only has one swappable head, right? And remember, these are
Mhm.
these are still these are leaks. These are
Yeah,
not 100% set in stone. We don't
final.
know what the releases are, right?
Right.
Um, but I mean, just by this leak, we can see he comes with the staff, which is on the original, which is on the official tease, right? So
Yeah.
we do know at the very least he looks somewhat like this. And if you look at this face, right? If you look at
Mhm.
that face looks very similar to this face, right?
Yep.
See how
Very
the red eyes are actually down. So
correct.
yeah, it really does give me that sense that this is the official set release, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think he's only going to come with an extra set of hands. He's only going to come with a scepter and his fists
Yep.
and the extra head. I think that's it, right?
And that's
And
all
then if
we
that's,
really need. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. And I think they're doing that to keep the price point down. And then if we talk about Lion-O, he'll probably come like it says here with two head sculpts, a metallic version of the claw shield, which he already has, right? That slightly different version of the Sword of Omens with a gradient fill, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Dagger of Omens, and only one set of slightly splayed hands. And it looks to me, if I was to put money on this, I'd say that's a soft goods cape.
I hope so, and I hope that if it is a soft goods cape, I hope it's wired. Um, the only other thing I wanted to mention with this figure, which is a miss, is they should have given him the belt with all the Thundercats emblems on it that he earned
That would have been cool.
from beating them in the competition.
Yes,
That
that
would
would
have
have been.
made this a lot more unique, and maybe make it in a way where maybe those emblems could be removable, so you could have him with his regular belt, or you could just put the emblems around it to celebrate, his triumph over his brethren. You know,
Yeah, but we already know that they don't that belt is sculpted into his costume. So what they would
right?
like, I think it would probably be easier just to give us the discs. And again, this is not done yet. This is a leak, right? We don't know what's
Right.
what's in the final pack out. What is that? What is that staff?
I don't know. I
You know
was,
what?
I was thinking about that. We'd have to do a rewatch to see where that comes from.
I'm trying to understand. Damn it! I'm trying to understand where that staff is from. I'm not even. I'm kind of wondering if they just put that there as a placeholder. You know what I mean?
Let's see if I can figure that out. Let's see.
And then we have Wiz-Ra. Now, here's the thing about Wiz-Ra. He has actually some of the most substantial accessories, I think. Right? He's got the Thunder Fingers.
Let's see.
I think that's really cool. Thunder Fingers, right? He has casting hands. Here. He's got translucent casting hands, right? Mm-hmm. He's got what I don't think that. I think that's a plastic cape, though. I think that's a plastic cape. He's got a headdress. The head without his without the crown, because of course half the show he looked like that, and he has the binding chain to hold down Lion-O, right? So you know, fascinating how he would turn out, and I'm thinking we're going to see very soon that Wiz-Ra is actually going to be released, in my opinion.
I think Wiz-Ra is the third figure, dude. I don't feel like there's going to be any surprises when the wave is fully put up for pre-order. The only thing that could be a surprise is if we get what do they call those? The battle packs or whatever, the Super 7 exclusive accessories.
Yeah.
And we get some extra goodies there. You know what I mean?
I think so.
I don't think we're gonna get a surprise third switcheroo figure. I just don't. I wish it would have been great, but I don't think so, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
And Frank, you know what? If you look at Wiz-Ra, sorry, Jay, that torso is Rankin Bass Lion-O torso.
Yes, correct. So it's not outside of the realm that they would reuse parts, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. Frank Captain America. Okay, sorry, but I never get my flip or contacted Man Hatter and Toy Stalker, but nothing yet. Fran, send an email to me, hattertoys@flip-or.com. I'll try to help you out. Okay, so Hatter Toys, one word, Hatter Toys, one word, at flip-or.com. Okay, send me an email. I'll try to help you out, or just send me a PM on IG. We'll sort that out for you. No problem. The Fear TV.
Hey, Jay.
Can you read this one, JP?
MOTU Comic que trabaje los artes de los. Oh, he's saying that MOTU Comics should do the artwork for the packaging if they do like an Origins-based Thundercats line. Yeah, MOTU Comics has really good. He has good talent. He's done some really awesome stuff. I was heckling at this because I called it out, and Mumm-Ra appeared.
Yeah, of course he did. Did someone call for the ever living?
You got to make sure you spit. You spit when you think.
I can't do that. I'm already.
Oh.
Yeah, man, he did a great voice. Honestly, he was awesome. MOTU Comic. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That comes with a cape and the head with its crown. In the next wave, Bone, that small pack that comes with weapons and heads to exchange. Sorry, which one are we talking about?
That comes.
Who are we talking about?
Head with its crown. In the next wave, I don't know what he means by Bone, but
yeah, I don't know what a bone
that
is.
small pack. I guess he's talking about. Oh, you know what would be awesome? Awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. If the secret, what is it they call it again? Super pack? Super pack, right? If the super pack comes with the Wiz-Ra crowned Mumm-Ra head.
That would be really cool.
Because Mumm-Ra takes Wiz-Ra's headpiece.
Yes, that would be really cool.
That would be like
I would have to buy. I would have to buy it from Super 7.
Yeah, that would be super smart of Super 7 to do that because everybody will pre-order direct from them. You know?
I would have to buy it. Yeah, I would have to buy it from Super 7, 100%.
I think that's what Miguel was mentioning, because he mentions the heads to exchange in the small packs. So yeah, I think that's
maybe that's exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, I can totally see something like that. But yes, 100%. Pardon me. I don't know what happened. I just all of a sudden started coughing. Once again, Lion-O, you claim domain over my favorite show. I have been waiting for this showdown. You gotta be kidding me. Look, even Jonathan's here.
Oh,
Lion-O, I remember not to move in haste. Be one with your essence. You have the tools. This is crazy.
Hell, dude. Are these actual, like, I wonder if this is one person.
It's one dude, man. It's one dude. He keeps making all these awesome accounts. It's so much fun.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah, dude, it's really cool. We got some great things. Thank you guys for making this so much fun. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, this is awesome. Makes such a blast.
Jordan, you suck, Mumm-Ra. Frank, Captain America. All right, thanks. I will. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Fran. Send it to me. What is that? What is MOTU Comics in
there? I think he meant to write Super Pack.
Okay,
that's
so it is
what it was. Yeah, it is a Super Pack.
Alejandro Valdez, Mumm-Ra with the photo for the Ferris headpiece would likely come with the Ancient Spirits of Evil playset. Well, that's interesting. You should say that, because that's a great segue into our next segment. Why don't you do you have it handy? Can you show everybody your new playset that you just picked up?
I don't have it handy, but you have the pictures I sent you, so feel free to share them. No, the thing is, it's massive. It's massive. So it's a 3D printed, and from our good friend Yerko. I got the file from him, and I had a local printer buddy print them for me, and it's still not finalized. I still got to do like an acetone smooth process to get rid of like the little riplets that come out when you do 3D printing, and then I got to primer it and paint that sucker. But it is massive, dude. Like, if you pull up the pictures, you can see how big this thing is.
Yeah. I did a review on this, and JP also did a review on this, and it is literally massive. I mean, that is the 6-inch Mumm-Ra from Super 7, and this thing's gigantic. This thing is freaking huge. Look at Mamut compared to this thing. This is huge.
No, and then you don't see it here, but it's so long as far as the depth of it from the front to the back. I want to say it's like 16 inches in length. So the back part is like this whole kind of mountain slide kind of thing. It's not a flat facade. I got to take pictures of the sides and stuff, but I still got to glue the pieces together. Like I said, I still have a lot of work to do, but I did want to share how this looks and the scaling, how awesome it is. Obviously, once it's finished, it's going to look phenomenal. Look at that. Look at the well.
100%. The well of souls, and if you look at Mumm-Ra there, Mumm-Ra's a big boy. Mumm-Ra's freaking huge, and he's like dwarfed by this thing. This thing is freaking massive, absolutely freaking massive. And this is great.
I think each spire is about 13 to 14 inches tall.
My God, that's crazy. That is freaking bonkers.
That's why it's not here, because it just takes up so much space, man.
Yeah, just look at that overall image. I mean, that thing is just gorgeous.
Yeah. I'm planning on doing an effect where I want to kind of have like a lighting source on the actual well, and then put like cotton and give that effect of like, if it's like a mist with a glow emanating from it coming out of the well.
Yeah, don't mind me, kids. I'm just dying. J Mac, yeah, like I said, I just had to go to a corner there and just like retrieve what was left of my lungs. Jungle Vine Factory. That looks killer. It does, man. It is absolutely good. I can't wait until you do a full review of this, JP.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely bonkers. Jaga, now you dim-witted bag of wind. And yes, this would definitely be a cool set to have. And you know what? It's not out of the realm that Super 7 will eventually do this set. I mean, it's still if they were able to pull this off, you know what I mean? If they were able to pull off the Cat's Lair, right? They should be at some point. They should be able to pull off the sarcophagus and the transformation chamber.
How do you think when you look at it? Because we look at the Cat's Lair, which is like a piece de resistance, right? Nothing comes close to that. And then when you look at the mutants, you've got Castle Plundar and you've got the Pyramid of Darkness, right? So do they do just that tomb facade and the well, or do they go all out and give us like a pyramid that actually opens up and has the tomb inside to kind of, match the, we say, the scale and the awesomeness of Cat's Lair? Because you can have a tomb and it'll be a nice piece, but do you think they would do that, or would they go more towards doing like a Castle Plundar?
So
to match the vastness of.
So if they were okay, so here's something that's very important, in my opinion. If they were to do something to the same scale as this, right? If they were to do something as ridiculously oversized as the Cat's Lair, then you have to have the Trials of Lion-O in the pyramid. You have to have the river Styx. And I wonder if that's actually what that is. Now thinking about it again, I wonder if that's that freaking stick he uses to row in the river Styx, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's what that is, because then he meets the Inflamer, right, who attacks him there, and then he tosses water on the Inflamer, and the Inflamer drowns in the river, right? So I wonder if that's a precursor to what we're thinking about, right? So I would have, like, each level of the pyramid needs to actually have a scene, right, from the Trials of Lion-O, right, inside the pyramid. There should be a room where he gets tied up like a mummy. You know what I mean? There should be something else, a couple of other trials, right? But the way I look at it, at the very least, it has to have the sarcophagus, it has to have the pool, it has to have the spires, and it has to have the ancient spirits of evil. I mean, that is the whole shtick for freaking Mumm-Ra. 4 ancient spirits of evil. It has to be done at the very least. I would be happy with that, and no pyramid. If it came down to me, I would be happy with that, because that to me, I can make a backdrop if I need to, right? But that to me is like what you have now. You got the 4, that whole set that Yarko made. That's perfect for me.
Yeah,
right?
The spirits of evil, I'm holding off on it for now, simply because you see how much space. I mean, you can't tell right there, but I'll post pictures with like the rest of the office furniture and stuff around it, so you could get a sense of the scale. That thing is massive, dude.
Absolutely. No, like I can already tell. It's fucking huge.
Like to put it clearly, like it's gonna even work with the Mondo Mumm-Ra, for photography, because it's that big, where there are, depending on the angles that you shoot the photos and stuff, you could get away with pulling off some really awesome scenes with the Mondo Mumm-Ra.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm excited, man. The fact that you have this somewhere, right, getting ready to be, the final finishing touches, the paint, everything that you need to get this done. I'm over the moon. Congratulations, brother. Like Yerko, of course, I already covered this in one of my previous videos. It looks freaking crazy. It's absolutely massive, and I'm super excited that everyone has the chance at least to get something, right? Whether or not Super 7 does it one day, at least the fans are doing it better. Like I said so many times, the fans are oftentimes doing it better. This is freaking crazy. Speaking of fans and doing it better, JP, as we're starting to wind down, I want to thank everybody for joining us today As always, we are the Thundercats Lair, and we really appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. Alejandro Valdez, beautiful piece of work there, brother. Yes, Yerko's amazing. And of course, JP definitely has to have that in his collection. It's going to be in his office again.
Yeah.
It looks scary. MOTU Thunder 1898. Yes, absolutely, brother.
Supposed to.
It is 100%. Jaga Thundera, Skeletor, I have seen you from my realm. He-Man will overcome men such as you. I love it, man. I love it.
Love it. The narrative.
I know. Skeletor, if Super 7 came out with the Tomb, I'd definitely buy into that. Thank you guys again, making this so much fun. You guys are the best. Fans, of course, make everything so much more fun. And you know what? We, as a community, are so grateful for all the support you guys have given us over at Thundercats Classics, 100%, reaching 104,000 followers. It's all about the community, JP. That's where it really boils down to. We could not do this without you guys. You guys are the best. As a matter of fact, as I'm dying here, I did want to remind everybody that JP and I, as well as our good friend Carlos of the Badass Reviews and so many other people, are really hard at work at something truly special. As a matter of fact, the thumbnail, which JP has actually created for this episode, was not actually created for this episode. It's actually created for something very, very special. Guys, I wanted to remind everybody while we're here that MOTUNIVERSE, the Masters Universe Convention for Master Universe, celebrating Master Universe in 2026, it's on its 5th day of funding. 5 days left to go until the Kickstarter ends. And we've already raised $15,227. Thank you guys for everything. You guys are freaking amazing. And JP, can you believe it?
Dude, it's awesome, man.
The founder sets, we're down to 18 founder sets left. That's it. We only have amazing. 18 founders packages. I can't freaking believe this, man. Like 18 left. This is going to be absolutely bonkers when it finally lands. This is nuts. So, guys, I did want to say that this thumbnail, by the way, just so you guys know, one day I just went to JP and I said, "Hey, JP, it would be really cool if we had a shirt to commemorate, the show." And JP goes to me, "I can make a shirt." That's what JP said, and he literally it took him a quite a bit of time, but man, did he ever come through. This is the accumulation of what JP made, and I was gobsmacked at this. I was freaking totally blown away by all the work he did. Let me show you guys what the full version looks like. This thing is freaking awesome. And imagine having a shirt like this and wearing this around the convention center for a show which is dedicated to Master Universe and Thundercats. I think this is freaking awesome. There it is, everybody. The first look here on Thundercats Lair of the dedicated shirt for MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And we do see the Power Sword and the Sword of Thundera, the Sword of Omens. And there we see the two heroes, one from Eternia, one from Thundera, lifting up their swords aloft and calling down the power of Thundera and the power of Grayskull. And there we have in the background the two little guys who always support them, Orko and Snarf. Talk to us, JP. How did you come up with this? What was your inspiration for doing this, man? This is freaking crazy.
I mean, it's always, I've always appreciated Masters of the Universe, always been a fan of that, that IP. Obviously, Thundercats is the most near and dear to me, but, He-Man Masters of the Universe comes in right there on the heels of Thundercats. And, talking about MOTUNIVERSE and the fact that Thundercats is going to be part of the party and everything, I was like, this is just a perfect opportunity to show these two powerhouse heroes that carry these IPs on their shoulders. As a duo, like in a really awesome pose. And, I thought about one point, like, should I have the villains in there? But then I was thinking, you know what? Let's just really make it about the main heroes. But let's showcase, the little sidekicks there. So I, had Orko coming out from behind He-Man, and then I've got a scaredy cat Snarf hiding behind Lion-O. So kind of fleshed it out, did the concept. I was working on this originally. I did a sketch of it, and then I kind of deviated from it to work on the Sparky mascot character for the convention. So after that was kind of laid down and everybody was kind of happy overall with the look, then I moved on to finalize this. And I reached out to my buddy Miguel Bayong, MOTU Comic, to help me do the colors on this. So, shout out to Miguel for collaborating with me creatively on this. He's got really some awesome talent, and I told him, hey, you think you'd like to help out with the colors and give that nice dramatic flair to this piece, and he didn't disappoint. He did some awesome stuff and did like a watercolor effect as far as the colors are concerned. I did some retouching over his colors, but overall the color aesthetic and the design and concept of like the power surging from the swords and stuff, that was all Miguel. So super kudos to Miguel Bayong, and it was awesome to collaborate creatively with him. And having said that, him and I have some stuff cooking that will be revealed in the near future. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. We are super excited to have this as one of the t-shirts, one of the main t-shirts for MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And guys, MOTUNIVERSE 2026 is happening at the Redondo Beach, California, May 23rd and 24th. That's Memorial Day weekend. And we are super excited that this is going to be happening at the Torrance Marriott in Redondo Beach, California. And as I mentioned earlier, we only have 18 founder sets left, and they are going fast. And these founder sets are very, very special. They come with several key items, including a VIP badge and lanyard, which is specific to founding members only. This one is branded Founding Members. I got to fix that, of course. But yes, this is a founding members VIP badge. It has artwork, which will only be, it says members. I was called out on that the other day. And it will have artwork which is specific to founding members. So only 100 of these will actually exist. The founders members medallion, and again, got to fix, this one's correct. It does say member. This one says founding members in recognition and thanks. This thing is gigantic. It is 50 millimeters in diameter, as you can see right here. This is the Champions of the Faraday medallion, but it's going to be made of the same material. It is not a 3D print. It is real metal. And on the back, it will have a wonderful new design. This is not the design. We have something very special in mind for everybody who supports us there. It will come with a founders members plaque, which you can print out. Not print out. Sorry. This is an official plaque, which will be mailed to you. My apologies. In recognition and thanks for your support. It'll have an official seal of quality, and of course the founding members seal. And we also have an official founding members T-shirt. All of this artwork is temporary. This is not the final artwork. You never know. This actually might be one of the shirts that has JP's artwork on it, because it's going to look absolutely fabulous. So we're very excited about that. And we will have the founding members pin. If you wear the shirt or the pin at MOTUNIVERSE 2026, we will all give you a good journey salute, because we really do appreciate all your support for being a founding member and helping us to be able to put on MOTUNIVERSE 2026. We also have other ways, and there are only 18 of these left, guys. It's crazy. So huge shout out to everybody who's already supported us. Don't sleep on this, though, guys. Only 18 of these are left, and they include a VIP badge. There are other ways to support us, including a regular MOTUNIVERSE pin. These are on sale for $10 each. It's just the MOTUNIVERSE logo. It is not the same as a MOTUNIVERSE founding pin. We also have MOTUNIVERSE mugs, which look absolutely amazing. They will not look like this either. They will have a brand new design, and they look absolutely amazing. We also have a standard MOTUNIVERSE shirt. Actually, there will be several MOTUNIVERSE shirts. So you can pick up one of these and help support the event on Kickstarter. And finally, the VIP package, and this one's unique only to Kickstarter. Regular VIP badges are $100 each. And for this Kickstarter, we are discounting them 40%. So they are $60 instead of $100. So this is the best value we have on this Kickstarter. The VIP badges, they're basically the same thing as the Founders Members badge, but they include 1 hour early access to the exhibit floor on Saturday, early access to all the events, priority access to meet and greets, signings, and featured attractions, access to after-hours programming, and this package comes with one of those logo pins, which is not included with the standard version of the VIP badges when they go on sale for $100. So this is a very good value, probably the best value we have on the Kickstarter, and we hope you guys will support us and continue to support us because we really are getting so close to our $25,000 goal. We've already unlocked our $15,000 goal, which is our second stretch goal. A huge shout out to everybody who made this happen. So, guys, we already now have unlocked all of our cosplay zones, cosplay guests who we can now invite, workshops for cosplay, and of course, we want to be able to invite more special guests and maybe even do some screenings. And now we're on to our next stretch goal because we've already secured the venue. We've opened up more breakout rooms, cosplay events now, and at $20,000, this is where things get really important, really big. Sorry, not important, but really big. At the $20,000 stretch goal, we are looking to invite even more high-profile guests, real big names in the Master Universe fandom, voice actors, actors from different movies and television, people who have worked in the industry for making action figures and toys, and of course, we really want to screen the Master Universe original motion picture with Dolph Lundgren and just roast the crap out of it. We want to make so much fun of it on screen. We want to have a grand old time just making fun of that movie. But we also want to screen some of our favorite episodes from all of the cartoons, whether it be Filmation, whether it be New Adventures, whether it be 2000X, which is a huge thing right now. And of course, Revolution, Revelation, and of course, a CG version on Netflix. We want to be able to showcase all our favorite episodes from those series at the show. That'll be huge.
Thundercats reruns, maybe too.
And Thundercats. Sorry, my apologies. Yes, and of course, Thundercats. And Thundercats programming will definitely be at MOTUNIVERSE. JP and I are already working very hard to invite very special guests. JP's already given me some leads on some cool Thundercats guests. So, guys, be ready because we will definitely be having some Thundercats content at the show. And then if we happen to reach our $20,000 stretch goal, we move on to $25,000, which is our ultimate stretch goal. If we reach this stretch goal, the gates of the gates of Castle Grayskull will open, and the secrets of Castle Grayskull will be laid bare. More guests, more activities, more space, and with your support, we can make this happen. Guys, this is amazing. We thank each and every one of you for all your support. We have some special guests already lined up. Tony Washington, who is an incredible artist, he's done some incredible work for Master Universe. He's also worked on some real projects for Master Universe, including Icons of Evil, Merman, Rise of the Snake Man, and the Master Universe comic books for MVC Creations. He's worked for Konami, DC, Blizzard Entertainment, Upper Deck, Sony, Rainmaker Entertainment, Riot Games. The man has actually done incredible work with so many different companies. He is a gem. Meet Tony Washington at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. We have the man who's literally writing the lore of Master Universe at MOTUNIVERSE 2026, Joshua Sky. He's literally writing all of the many of the mini comics that have already been included with multiple different action figures, the Mask of Magi, the Crisis of the Multicore. He's even worked on Heavy Metal and other projects which have had huge Kickstarters. And as a matter of fact, he even worked on movies like The Predator and Deadpool 2. I didn't even know that, JP. The man is a freaking gem. So
That's
definitely
awesome.
meet Joshua Sky at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And guys, if I was to say that I was excited about this next guest, I would be understating myself so much. William Stout, one of the only people, JP, who has a whole action figure line named after him. He has the William Stout collection from Masters of the Universe Classics. This man literally has an action figure line named after him. And why is that? It's because he literally created the designs for the Master of the Universe movie. He created the look for He-Man. He created the look for Teela. He created the look for Man-at-Arms and Skeletor. He even created the look for Gwildor and She-Ra. A lot of people don't know that he created an actual character design for She-Ra in his work, and he is a freaking absolute incredible individual. His work has actually inspired Jurassic Park. He's worked on comics with Mobius, Will Eisner, and Jack Kirby. He actually did work on multiple films, including Return of the Living Dead and, of course, Master Universe the Motion Picture. And he helped Pan's Labyrinth to win 2 Oscars for Best Picture, as well as for Best Independent Film, as well as character designs and design aesthetics. The man is incredible. So, guys, meet William Stout and just ask him all those questions about how the heck he does this stuff. And, of course, definitely chew his ear off about what projects he's working on next. And finally, but only right now, we have many more guests. As a matter of fact, later on tonight, I might be announcing a guest on Geek Dad Life. So, guys, it's going to be really crazy. Huge shout out to Geek Dad Life for letting us talk a little bit about MOTUNIVERSE. Tim Sheridan, the Master Universe Revolution and Revelation writer, he's been working on multiple projects, including, as I mentioned, Master Universe Revolution, Master Universe Revelation. He's worked on Transformers, War for Cybertron trilogy on Netflix, as well as Superman, Man of Tomorrow, direct-to-DVD movie. He's also a staff writer on Star Trek Lower Decks. You got to meet Tim Sheridan and just ask him all about his current projects, and his future projects. As a matter of fact, he's actually hinted that he's working on something special for He-Man and the Master Universe, but he can't talk about it here. He will only be talking about it at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. So we are really, really, really excited to have Tim Sheridan as one of our guests. Guys, thank you again for supporting MOTUNIVERSE 2026. We are now at 15,227, and we hope to reach our $20,000 stretch goal soon. We only have 5 days left to go, but I believe in you guys. Thank you again for all your support. Huge shout out to JP for letting me talk about this a little bit, and of course, massive shout out to JP for making these incredible illustrations for the T-shirt. I mean, this thing is going to be absolutely bonkers, and you guys can pick up this T-shirt and its wonderful designs, courtesy of our good friend JP of Thundercats Classics. Huge shout out once again to JP and everybody. You guys are freaking amazing.
Thank you, man.
JP, thank you again for hanging out with me, brother. It's always great to be able to hang out on Sunday night with you. It's always so much fun. Last comments before we log off, JP. He-Man says, gorgeous artwork. Absolutely, man. This man here,
thank you.
You worked hard on this.
Thank you,
I know, right? Motu Comic, given the huge thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. You are amazing. And of course, your artwork and your coloring style, dude, looking so good. Nice job, Motu Comic. Yes, the fear. Hitchcock 100. Good night, Thunderians and Eternians. Good night, Hitchcock. We appreciate you. Skeletor. Will there be a Skeletor or He-Man on the coin? I cannot say. Because it would be inappropriate to say that. But there will be something special. Trust me. Jungle Vine Factory. I will see you in Redondo Beach, California. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Really appreciate all your support. Thank you for being a supporter. Skeletor. Alan Oppenheimer would be insanely incredible. Just saying. You never know. We might be trying to figure something out there. I'm bringing my classics for him to sign. Yes, of course, 100%, brother. Appreciate that. Hitchcock. Wow, he worked with Russ Manning. Yes, he did. He did. Incredible work. Jordan from Canada. Mega J on Geek Dad Life tonight. Awesome. Good night. We'll see you there. Jordan. And Jungle Find Factory. Mumm-Ra is Skeletor. He is now. In the latest edition of MOTU Cross Thundercats, he actually is Skell-Ra. So yes, it would be freaking great. JP, how can people reach you, and what are you working on, my friend?
Working on a lot of stuff. Thundercats_classics, of course. Main page. Make sure you subscribe and tell everybody about this channel, the Thundercats Lair. I wanted to mention that we are doing a giveaway very, very soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks. But the only way to be eligible to win a prize is going to be that you're going to have to be part of this live stream. to claim your prize. So make sure that if you're interested or you have friends that might be interested in the giveaway, that they subscribe to our channel, Thundercats Lair. There's going to be a link. There's a link now in my highlights on Instagram. There's a link in my link tree as well. And there's also links that I'm always posting in my stories. So make sure you spread the love and let everybody know to subscribe to Thundercats Lair. It's a lot more interesting. Like you saw today, we had everybody from the likes of He-Man all the way to Jaga joining in on the fun and conversation. So we'd love to interact with you guys, but the only way to do that is here on YouTube, not on Instagram. As far as my other pages, Toy Addict 26, of course, is the original OG page that I created and original YouTube handle. JP_Arts Studio, that's my personal art and creativity type of page and account. And from_the_realm, which super excited. We had some new stuff on display at Legions Con this weekend. My buddy Carlos, the Badass Reviews, was there in Whippany, New Jersey. And we were at our friend Articulated Empire's booth, sharing some space and showing off some new goods. We had the first, paint master of what the Bat Beast colorway is going to look like. That's obviously just a bust. There's a whole figure attached to that. So this, we wanted to give some people a peek at what that creature is going to look like. We have a new head portrait on our existing buck, just to show the realm of possibilities, pun totally intended, of different vampires and creatures that can be made in our Kickstarter campaign. Hopefully launching, early first quarter 2026. If all things are good, hopefully sometime by March, April, I'm hoping. But yeah, we're still hashing out all those details. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to Legions Con. I had to cancel my trip. It's a total bummer. I wish I would have been there to share in the hype and excitement and to talk to people about From the Realm. But yeah, just, a lot of awesome stuff. Jay, there was a lot of awesome reveals from other people working on their own projects that, had stuff on display there at Legions Con. That's another one of our head portraits, which we actually had a prototype of that head portrait. That is yet another head portrait that's going to be part of our campaign. If you guys seem to, see some familiarities in some nuances and some looks that seem familiar there, you're probably right. That's a brand new head sculpt from my buddy Eric Sosa that just wrapped that up earlier this week. And yeah, man, super excited about everything. Thundercats, like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the episode, I have a gut feeling that the new wave of Thundercats is dropping probably, if not Monday. I'm thinking Monday because Tuesday is Veterans Day. I don't think Super 7 would be dropping anything since their employees will probably be taking the day off and stuff. But I think Monday is safe to say there's going to be a new wave of Thundercats Ultimates. And also wanted to mention this, jump on Amazon.com right now, but there's some really awesome Thundercats Ultimates deals to be had right now. I was able to get Luna and Amok for $50-something, which is amazing because they're going for like $93 on Big Bad Toy Store right now. And I think originally they were like I think it was $89.99 for that set, I believe. So that's an amazing deal. Head over to Amazon right now. If you haven't subscribed already and you're following Thundercats Classics, make sure you join our Thundercats Thundera News broadcast channel, because I'll be posting a lot of links there whenever I find deals and specials. Like right now, there's a lot of really good deals with the Thunderian Guard is at a really deep discount. Claudius is at a really deep discount. Robert Bill is at a really deep discount. And even LED Lion-O is only $45 right now on Amazon.com. So make sure you take advantage of those deals right now before they are gone, because those prices are amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I got a lot of stuff going on from the realm, JP Art Studios, pending art projects and collaborations with a lot of people. Got some new kicks coming out hopefully in January from Bull Airs. I mean, there's just a lot of excitement and a lot of fun stuff that some stuff I can't talk about yet, but it will be coming in early 2026.
Exactly. And there he is. There is the LED light up Lion-O for only $45, 30% off. This is that's a great deal. Holy crap.
Yeah, dude.
That is
awesome deal.
That is some amazing stuff. So yeah, guys, you definitely have to check out Thundercats Classics on Instagram, and of course, please follow JP on all of his social medias. JP, thank you again so much for being here, brother. It's been an absolute pleasure. Last comments before. Sorry, what was that, brother?
No, as always.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Last comments before we log off, everybody. Michael Miller J. Are these in scale with Super 7 Thundercats by any chance? They look amazing. So we were talking about multiple figures, but the MOTU Cross Thundercats are 5.5 in scale. But these, of course, the Super 7 Thundercats, if you're looking for the DX ones, they're the exact same. They're basically Ultimates, but in different packaging. So yes, they are in line. What other figures are we talking about though? Like, did he mention anything else? We haven't really mentioned any other figures. So yes, they are basically in scale with the Super 7 line. Thunderian Guard is $27, but yeah, that's exactly what JP was saying, that there's crazy sales going on right now. Lion-O. Bless your heart, JP. JP's bringing all the news, brother. He's bringing all the Thundercats news. Michael, the vampire figure JP was showing off. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes, they are in scale.
Yeah, so those figures are kind of like, I would say it's between Marvel Legends and like NECA. So not 8-inch, but between 6.5-inch to 7-inch scale. I mean, these are vampires, they're monsters, so I feel that it's okay for them to be slightly taller than the average human. But they're not going to be massive like McFarlane figures or anything like that. Definitely smaller than Ultimates, because Ultimates are overall beefier figures. If you look at the prototypes for our figures, they're very skinny, decimated bodies. Not to say that we're not going to get to beefy characters in the future, but right now, the main core wave from the shadow, and from the realm, it's going to be like skinny, lanky, decimated vampire bodies.
Yeah, that's the first wave, though. There will be multiple others.
Yes.
So yeah, guys, definitely subscribe to From the Realm. I'll go through a couple more links before we log off. So guys, definitely huge shout out to JP. Head over to from_the_realm to find out and follow all the newest developments happening with this brand new action figure line from JP and, of course, Carlos, the Badass Reviews. These guys are working hard on this, and you can see some of the fruits of their labor. It's looking intense and absolutely incredible. Huge shout out to these guys for making that happen. Subscribe to Thundercats Classics, 104,000 subscribers. Of course, this is the brainchild of JP, and he's just freaking killing it, guys. And one of the articles does say that the $15,000 stretch goal has been reached and unlocked. So don't sleep on this one, guys. But definitely head over to Thundercats Classics on Instagram. Give JP a like and a follow. Tell him that the Thundercats Lair sent you. And of course, guys, subscribe to Thundera News and Links, as they have so many different links that you can take advantage of, including Lion-O here at $45, and they even have where is it here? Was it?
Do they have LED Mumm-Ra on special? I think you could.
LED Mumm-Ra is regular Mumm-Ra is 70. Regular Mumm-Ra, no, this is LED Mumm-Ra. You're right. LED Mumm-Ra is 77.54. Yes, he is. Wow,
but they have a picture of the vintage one, like the 1.0. That's weird.
So he's not on sale. He's not on sale,
He's
but
not.
he is available. And Deluxe Lion-O is actually on sale for $35, which is not really a sale. That's
No.
that's.
Oh, there he is.
Oh wait, no, yeah, but this is. Hold on, this is 140. No, this is not a deal. This LED lights is $140. I think that's not the same thing. Yeah.
No.
Wow, they have a quick pick for 46. Holy crap, that's cool. That's actually a really good price for quick pick.
Yeah,
That's
they got
not bad.
good deals, man.
Yeah, Monkeyin is down to $23. That's another good deal.
Yeah.
That's a great deal. There's some
Tigra
really great
is
deals
like
happening here.
$20.
Yeah. And if you missed out on Ghost Jaga, he's available, $65. I don't know why it keeps changing. There it is. $65 for Ghost Jaga. And the Thunder Tank, if anybody's actually interested, is $500.
No.
So LJN color style with, of course, Panthro, which is the real big reason why you want to pick up that Thunder Tank. And of course, guys, huge shout out to everybody who's helped us to support us on MOTUNIVERSE. Please, guys, continue to support us. We only have 5 days left on this campaign, and we really could use your help to reach $20,000 stretch goal and then on to the $25,000 stretch goal. Thank you guys again for being here and helping support us. And don't forget, JP will have an incredible artwork for this new T-shirt. We are really excited about this shirt. It looks freaking awesome. Where the hell did I put it? It's right here somewhere.
It's in one of those tabs.
Yeah, it's in one of those tabs. I'll find it, guys. Anyway, this is the artwork. There it is.
That's the general. There it is. That's the one.
Yeah, there it is. So, guys.
So the main thing that changed there is the head portrait for He-Man.
Yeah.
The one that was shown in the thumbnail was not the final head.
But still, it looks amazing. And guys, thank you so much for supporting us on Kickstarter for MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And you can look forward to JP and I definitely making more plans for Thundercats guests, Thundercats programming, and a lot more stuff along the way. I will be on Geek Dad Life in about an hour and talking about MOTUNIVERSE 2026. And guys, thank you again for all your support. You guys are amazing. Don't forget, there are only 18 Founders packages left, so you don't want to sleep on that. It comes with a lot of swag and, of course, a VIP badge to the show. And we will see you guys at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. Thanks again, guys, for everything. JP, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, for everything. Really appreciate it. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And of course, just spending time because you are amazing, JP. Thank you for everything.
Always a pleasure talking Thundercats and everything else that surrounds that universe and collectability. It's been an awesome Sunday. Hope everybody has an awesome upcoming week. And thank you.
Jaga Thundera gets the last comment. I look jacked. Yes, you did, Jaga. Yes, you did. Guys, we are the Thundercats Lair, and we want to thank you for hanging out with us. In three, JP, ready? 3, 2, 1. Thunder.
Thunder. Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder. Thunder. Thundercats.
Thundercats. Ho! Thank you, guys. Take care. See you later.
Have a good night, everybody.